Rachel, where are you at? There you are. Last time we were tonight, you had such a positive experience to talk about with the adopting a dog.
Yes.
So this one has really got my attention. Rachel.
Thank you. As Cameron mentioned, last time at Ignite, I presented about adopting my dog, Hank, and the trials and tribulations of the process of adopting a dog. But I sort of noticed that a lot of the Ignite presentations were also positive. And they're also, like, everyone's happy endings and informative and helpful. And I wanted to be edgy. I want something that's going to be more confrontational. And I talked to Cameron and Miranda about it, and they're like, well, you know, it is what the community wants it to be. You just got to post it, see what happens. If people vote for it, then you'll be there. And, well, hi. Skin in my teeth, but hi, I'm here. When I was 5, a babysitter tried to molest me. I remember sitting on his lap, his pants undone, considering his suggestion, thinking about what he said to me. And then I said to myself, I don't want to do that. I'm not going to do that. And I got up, and I went upstairs, and my memory ends at that point. It just sort of fades off, going up the stairs, going up to my room to play with my dolls. And I believe I told my parents, I'm told I told my parents after that, when I got home. When I was 13, 14 or so, I was sitting at a bus stop one summer, coming home from swimming lessons, and a guy in a convertible came by to pick me up. And I said, no. 3 times he came by to try and pick me up. And every time I said no. I'm waiting for the bus. When I got home, I talked to my mother about it, and I said, what a stupid, stupid guy. He didn't understand. I told him I'm waiting for the bus. These 2 incidents I describe as my mother's screaming behind her eyes moments. She put on this cool, calm, reassuring facade on her face. And kept it all inside. I'd handled these situations well. I'd handled them correctly. She didn't want to yell or scream or scare me or make me think that I had done something wrong, that I would be in trouble. So I began to rethink this negative experience thing. Maybe it should be about my mother and about all of her positive reassurance, how she's always supported me, how she's given me all this strength to know what I'm about. And I thought about when I was 15 years old and decided to try smoking cigarettes. That was not a very successful experiment. So I took my Camel cigarettes and stuck them in my sock drawer because I didn't really know what I would do with them, but they were too expensive to throw away. But then I realized a bus driver at school smoked that exact brand, and I went to bring him those cigarettes. And I got onto the bus, and I opened up my bag, and they were not there, which means I dropped them somewhere. I did not know where. The next morning, as I was leaving for school, my mom is standing at the door, and she produces the pack of cigarettes. She says, your father found these on the floor in your room, and he's not very happy. I explained the whole thing to her about how I tried it, Mike, I'm going to give him the Larry, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And she opened up the door, handed the cigarettes back to me, and said, well, I figured it was about time for you to start experimenting with this kind of stuff. But that started to make me think, where is my father in all this? Who is he? Where is he? It's always about talking to my mother. It's always my mother there. Where is my father? I mean, my parents have been together since '67. My father is a flawed person, as we all are in our own way. For most of my adult life, in fact, my entire adult life, I have concentrated on the fact that he is flawed. But that's not the right way to look at it. This is a person who is absolutely the proudest of my most minor accomplishments and will trumpet the loudest for each and every one of them. I never have ever questioned the fact that he loves me. So as much as my mother was taking point on these situations, I never got a mixed message from him. There was never any confusion. He was this strong, presence. Maybe he was standing behind her, maybe he was in the shadow, but he was there. How many of us how many people do you have in your life that unconditionally love you? Just simply unconditionally love you. I have spent my adult life foolish for having squandered that. This was a learning process for me. I rediscovered my father and my relationship with him. And I hope by sharing it with you today, it might ignite your interest to rediscover someone in your life.